But it's nice to be here and at a school that is doing such an extraordinary job with education. And I, of course, I'm a big believer in education, and I'm a big believer in doing everything we can for our kids. And this is only because when I grew up in Austria, I had the kind of attention that I needed in order to be where I am today. I think what happens in this first 18 years is absolutely crucial. And I had, the technology, which was, of course, technology of those days. And I had the love and the care of the teachers. We had someone around 24 hours a day that helped us. It was coaches, mentors, teachers, principals, the parents. Everyone was always there for us. So I'm a big believer in doing everything we can for our students. But today is a very special day because we wanted to talk a little bit about California's digital textbook initiative. And it's a whole new thing. And of course, the state of California is always known for new and daring things, and to go out and experiment with new ideas. I want to highlight an exciting new tool that can save schools money and that can help our students with their achievement. Kids, as you all know, today very familiar with listening to their music digitally and online, and to match, to watch TV online, to watch movies online, to be on Twitter and participate in that, and on Facebook and all of those kind of things. So basically, kids are feeling so comfortable today, as a matter of fact, as comfortable with their cell phones and with their keyboards as I did when I was your age, when I was a kid with my pencils and crayons. So this is why I think it is important that we move on from the textbooks, and the textbooks are outdated as far as I'm concerned, and there's no reason why our schools should have our students log around this antiquated and heavy and expensive textbooks. California is the home of Silicon Valley. We are the world leader in technology and innovation, so we can do better than that. That's why I'm so excited about California's digital textbook initiative. Starting this fall, with high school math and science, we will be the first state in the nation, to provide schools with a state-approved list of digital textbooks. Think about this: traditional hardbound textbooks are adopted in 6-year cycles. So as soon as they are printed, then the next 6 years you don't get the latest information. So just think about the last 6 years, all the things that happened. For instance, the Iraq War, the country's first African-American president, the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, or the decoding of the human genome, and the list goes on and on and on. So all of this you wouldn't have in these textbooks. Discovery, science, and progress are happening so quickly. So the bottom line is I feel, how can kids compete in the global economy when the information that schools feed them is stale and is outdated and is old? So digital textbooks will change, of course, all of that. They can be frequently updated to better prepare our students, and there will also be more opportunities for interactive learning. And you know how exciting interactive action is. Students could read about a science experiment and then click onto a video and then see immediately kind of a demonstration of this science project. This is what kids love, and it will make them much more exciting in learning. I know my kids have 4 kids, so I know how much time they spend on the computer when they do their homework, and exciting stuff that they see when they study. So I think that's what we want to do here, just really upgrade all of this. The digital textbooks are good not only for the students' achievements, but they're also good for the school's bottom line. And this is the important thing here. The average textbook costs up to $100. So think about it. If each of California's 2 million high school students use digital math and science books, that would mean that you could save the schools, could save $300 to $400 million. That's money that could be used for hiring more teachers or to make class sizes smaller. And if you expand this to additional textbooks, then you can save an additional few $100 million. So that's a lot of money. And I think that I want to stress here, you can take advantage of this program. Schools don't really need to have computers and laptops. It is better when you have it. But if you don't have it, you can print out this information, and you still have only cost a fraction of the cost of what textbooks cost. I know this is, of course, a dramatic shift from the status quo, and there is some resistance in some cases. Not in this school district here. This school district is doing an extraordinary job because they have already done some of this work with digital textbooks. So I want to congratulate the school district and this school for doing an outstanding job. So it's no surprise to me that you are educationally so far along and that you have such a small dropout rate and such a huge graduation rate here in this school district, which I'm very proud of. Let me tell you, and that's why I wanted to come here today. But there's people that hold on to the status quo, and they hold on to it because they maybe financially benefit from keeping the textbooks alive, and also some people have a tough time changing from the status quo and trying something new. But I feel that this is the wrong time now to hold on to the status quo, because this is one of the worst economic and financial crises that the state has been in since the Great Depression. The state has a tremendous lack of money. Therefore, we had to make severe cuts to schools, billions of dollars of cuts. So we have to find every possible way to think outside the box, to think innovatively, and to really come up with ways how we can save money and provide the same services in education, but for less money. And this is what this does. This is not at all, kind of compensating for overcoming our budget crisis or the money that has been taken from the schools, not by any means, but it does help. And this is what we want to do. So this is where the bottom line is, the digital textbooks will help. Number one, you don't have to carry around this heavy load in your bag, in your school bag, which my kids always complain about. There's 50 pounds of school bags that they're schlepping around. And then number two, I think it will help because you don't have to cut down as many trees. So think about that, how much paper is being used in these textbooks. And it makes education and learning much more fun because it's interactive, and it helps the bottom line in our schools. It helps them with their finances. So I think this is a really great way to move forward, and this is why I wanted to come here today to all of you and talk to you about that, and just say again to the school, congratulations for the great work you're doing. And now our next speaker is Donald Simmering, and he wants to say a few words. Please.
Governor.
Thank you very much. What can you do for others that maybe are not as bright as you are, or not as privileged as you are, not as as talented, or whatever? So that's the only responsibility I think at this point that you have. Okay? Thanks very much. Thank you.